Hello, live now. I'm struggling to work OBS today. I'm trying to go live. I've been trying to. Hopefully we're on now. What on earth is happening? Oh, yes, we're live. We're live. Thank the Lord. Oh, yes, we're live. We're live. Okay. All right. We made it finally. Sorry about that delay. I was trying to go live, but I obviously don't know how to work OBS. Okay, washing machine eater. Oh my gosh. Okay, so first up, before we actually get into the meat of the stream, which is doing the difficulty scaling, we need to add the rest of the graffiti. So we've currently got a handful of different images here, but that's not all that have been made. Matty has made a handful of others that I've got in the project here. They're just not set up in the actual graffiti object. That's a good question. How's the game sound? Is that too loud? I can adjust that as you need, chat. Yes, graffiti. So, what ones do I have in here and what ones do I not have in here? I can't remember. Game sound good? Stunning. That's what I needed. Alrighty, so add Proton Saga. What is the Proton Saga? I'm assuming you're meaning the old one because all the images are showing new cars. Something like that. Oh, that looks nice. That's Washing Machine Eater. That's the imposter. Okay. Graffiti. We're doing the graffiti. So, I just don't remember what ones I have, so maybe I'll redo them all. Just put 20 in. Do it in alphabetical order. That'll make it easier. Why does it have to save on every single one? That's a pain. Oh well. Bus driver, Drifto colored, Drifto graffiti, Drifto. I don't need the test. Oh, Maddie, I couldn't read what these two are. Oh, that's the legend. I can read that now that I see it. What is this one? You can probably disable autosave. So autosave isn't on in the project. I did say save, but it probably makes more sense to be an import thing. Did the chat just do a bulk update then? It's per prefab. Oh, interesting. Okay. DEAS. That's my own graffiti tag thing. Sweet. That's cool. Legend. DEAS. Rad. As long as it's nothing offensive, that's cool. Drifto. Graffiti test. Cool. This shouldn't take too long. John. Can do it. Micro. You went go-karting yesterday. Did you put a clip of that in the Discord, Ashen? And it was like, how'd you get a clip that long? That was crazy. Wait, usually there's the... Oh, do you have Discord Nitro? Oh, you have Discord Nitro, don't you? Because usually there's a huge limit on what you can send. Yeah. I was planning on doing this before the stream started, but of course time slips away from you pretty quickly. So we're just doing it now. It's been coloured. Wait, I've already got the legend in here, don't I? No, I don't. Okay. Spelt wrong, but that doesn't matter. Tofu. Underscore. Last one. And then we need to make sure we've got them, the coloured setting correct. So that can't be coloured, can't be coloured, can't be. Drifto can be. That can't be. We've got 2 Driftos here. Turn off the colouring. John, in the scene view on top right corner, you can disable prefab autosave. In the scene view top right corner. This one? Video. That's the gizmos I'm looking at. Oh, this. Yeah, no. You're in game view. Oh, good point, good point. Thank you, Alpha Space. The video is 300 megabytes. Shit, that's huge. I don't have Discord Nitro, so I'm limited to, is it 25 megabytes? Which, for all I'm sending, is fine. I think that's all the graffiti in now. Let's give it a go. Oh, yep, I can see the new ones. Man, the graffiti was such a good addition. Not 25 megabytes. Just decrease it to 10. Now I can forget to save prefabs. I might. I have hope though, because I religiously save things. Control S. Okay, all the graffiti is in. That's rad. I'll commit that. Added more car park graffiti. Stunning. When will you add the new map? When is it going to be released? If that's what you mean. I'm not sure. It depends on when it's finished. It'll be out in beta, of course, before a full release, because I've got to test it. You know, I need to make sure it's not broken. But as for when that is, I'm not sure. I want to have it released not in beta by the end of the month. So beta will have to be like a week before then at least. Which is going to be tough, because that's coming up quickly. So we better get working. We, today, are doing the difficulty scaling and making it a tutorial. Where did all the cars go? Excuse me? Well, that's the first issue we've got to fix. Where the heck are all the cars? Because the cars are like the difficulty scaling. Road sections, car park. I just turned them off. Well, there we go. That's my problem. Cool. Okay. So when I talk about difficulty scaling, for this I'm mainly thinking about removing the cars, making them less common at the start. I was wondering if the big Drifto graffiti was added. Yes. It's not actually that big because I need it to be square, but you can see that's it. With the little CRX in there. Yep, that's it. Did I accidentally colour it? Did I override the colour? Because I'm not meant to. What is it saved? It's Drifto Graffiti. That's what it's saved as. Yeah, okay. I'm not meant to override the color on that one. So, where is it? There it is. That's better. Alrighty. Currently we've got heaps of cars here. There are too many. This stage is too hard to begin with, especially because it's meant to be the tutorial. So we've got to somehow decrease it. I think the best way to do that is to tie it to the... Of course, I forgot to save the prefab. The best way to do that is for the cars to know what road piece they're on. Every road piece here has a N. It's just the number it is in the world. I can demonstrate this if I start up the game. We look at the sections here. Cool, so you can see what one I've got selected. This is number 5, 6, 7, and so on. What we can do is we can have the probability of cars spawning, of any particular car spawning, be a function of that number. So when N is low, we get less cars. As N increases, the probability gets way higher. The easiest way to do that is just for each car. The easiest way to do that is to have each car know about the piece it's on. I don't see a problem with that. Yeah, that could work. So we've got each of these as a random deactivate. Are you going, Math John? Are you going to add any more modules? I do definitely want to add more. I'll probably put it out in beta before I make any more modules, but yes, I don't want it to come out just with 3 pieces. To train an AI that does this for maximum convenience. What? Train an AI to do this? Do what part of it? Ashton, yeah, the jump module will be sick. Okay, random deactivate. This script I use all over the show. I want to modify, but I'll make sure I modify it in a way that doesn't change its behavior in other places. We're back writing code, people. Sign into... No. Okay. AI performance is not... AI and performance do not belong in the same sentence. Depends what you're doing. I'm not going to get into the AI chat today, though. Okay. So, we need a reference to the Drifto road section. Right? Yep, because that's the one that has the number that we want. Then we need... I should make that private. This seems like a terrible way to do it. I should write a different piece of code. This is a terrible way to do it. Mystery, what's up? I actually can't hear the music. The music is going right now, right? Wait, it isn't? Oh my gosh, it's not on repeat. Yeah, Mystery bust out the new music, and it slaps. There it is. Okay. I'm thinking I'm actually going to have to redo this piece of code because it just seems wrong modifying it. I should be creating something new. So where is that saved? Random deactivate. I'm going to make a new script. Random deactivate, but it depends on... What's a better name for it? Random deactivate, random... Yeah, it's good. It's not in the game yet, but it is ready to be in the game. Why not just have a script that grabs all the cars on a piece and activates them based on Yeah, so that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm just going about it a different way because there's no easy way for the car to know, or for the stage to know what a car is, unless I assign a reference. Sorry, chat, I'm getting a call. Go away. I better respond. Sorry. I am streaming. Gosh, Katie, get out of here. Okay, yeah, so where was I? Alpha space, that is pretty much what I'm doing. It's just, instead of the road piece doing the deactivating, it is the cars themselves. I should add a weekly challenge to get coins, that'd be sick. Problem with that is, I'm not very creative coming up with weekly challenges, and then I have to somehow make a live service system, which I have no idea how to do. Is there a script on each car to read the piece index to control random? That's what I'm going to do, Ashen. That's the plan. Because currently they all have this random deactivate script, which is independent of the road piece. Yeah, you're right, Alpha Space. It's a great idea and I want it, but I don't have the resources to do a good job of it. Random deactivate. This is a terrible name. Road piece. Random deactivate dynamic. Fine, good enough. So we're going to need a few things. We're going to need, first of all, that reference to the road piece. Drifto road section. Just rename it to just road section. And then we need the probability curve. Progress-based deactivate. That's a better name. Alternate solution to a challenge system without a server is to push weekly updates where there's a specific code to input to get coins. That is another option. I don't completely understand what you're saying. You've already said there's a bypass that though, and there's the problem of the weekly updates, where I don't know if I can push out weekly updates like that. Some days I'm not, or some weeks I just don't have the same time to put into Drifto, or I get focused on other things. Make it so you can compare car stats easier because scrolling more than one car is annoying. Remote config via Unity. Oh, okay. There are a lot of options. I'm not thinking about doing it yet, though. Simply because there's so much in Drifto that I'd rather put my time and effort into, like redoing a lot of the stages. Yeah, you're right. It is definitely possible, for sure. I don't doubt you on that. It's more tossing up how to be done, how to make it work, and whether it's worth it yet. Right. We want, back to the code, we want an animation curve. Not for animating, but it's a nice curve. Do we want... Deactivate chance sounds a bit different. I want to be activate chance. You know, it's the chance that it's there. Activate chance. We'll set it the default to a animation curve.linear. Starting at 0. So when the road piece number is 0, the chance of it spawning is 0. And then say at like piece 50, we get every single one. It's a probability of 1. Why even just deactivate and not completely destroy the game object? It's a good point. I probably should just destroy it. What do I random deactivate? Yeah, I just said it. I could just destroy it. I assumed destroying it would have a larger overhead for that, but maybe not. What's up, Onion? Oh, was it Alpha Space or Ashen who suggested what we're doing here? Sorry, tapping the mic. What we're doing here, but instead of doing it per having the script on the car, having the road piece, that would have the advantage of us being able to stagger these operations. So instead of doing them all in one frame, you know, doing like 50 deactivates in one frame, we could space it out easily. That's fine. Destroys more overhead. Should be unimportant here though. See, the road piece spawning in Drifto is noticeable sometimes. It's probably the biggest thing that I want to fix in terms of performance. So just that about the graffiti. Yeah, I don't think the graffiti is so bad because that's just switching out a image. Look, premature optimization is not what we need to do. We'll figure out if it's an issue, and if it's an issue, we fix it. But if it's not an issue, then we don't need to fix it. Okay, activate chance. Float chance equals activate chance dot evaluate, and we've got to give it the road section number. I love premature optimization of basic stuff. Yeah, well, making the systems for that is fun. But you should do default equals deactivated. For activate for best performance. Default equals deactivated. I'm not following Alpha Space. Could you just explain that, like, reword it? Wait, let's just copy that. Float. Activate chance. Wait. We can go deactivate chance. This is not actually that nice code. Just in case. Claim that. Car should be deactivated by default and then enabled based on progress. Ah, yes. The tricky part about that is if we want the script to be on the car, so the car can enable itself, which I like the idea of it because it makes it real easy to edit the piece. If it's deactivated by default, then it can never reactivate itself. At least not in start. Is there another method maybe that can do that? Because that would be good. This should work. That should be it. Okay, for the basic piece, let's remove that. Oh, before I do this, I'm going to rename it. What? Someone came up with a much better name, and I've lost it. The object with the script itself stays active. That is the car though. Progress based, yes, thank you. Much better name. Alright. I'm back. Progress based activate. And then we want to put that on here. Progress based activate. And then it just needs to know about the parent section. That's it. So this will use the default curve. So this means this curve. On the y-axis we have the probability of it spawning. So 0, never. Sorry, I hit the mic. So the first road piece will never have any cars, but 50 onwards, because it's number 1, will always have them. The chance is 1, which is 100%. Let's give it a go. Well, that's the curve, or the turn. Wait, did that work? Oh, the first piece does have cars, because the first piece is not actually one. The first piece is way back here, which you'll never access, because it's behind the starting barrier. So the piece we start on is actually number 4. Pardon me. So what I'm going to do here, I'll change it in code as well. Progress-based activate. I'll make it that it's only from piece 5 onwards that we start to get them. So, no, it should be more. 8. Oh, that doesn't update though. Fine, we will. Reset that. Yep, so now we start at an X of 8. Give it the road section. Cool. We'll do the same for the sharp right. Cars, yep. We remove that. Progress-based activate. Give it the section. That should be it. 8 is a beautiful number. It is. Powers of 2 are always nice. So we're very empty now. We drive around for a little bit. We should start to see cars. Well, not on the spiral, of course, because there are no cars here. The spiral definitely needs more stuff. Oh my gosh. It's also too common. The spiral is too common. I'm going to crank that number down, so we get way less of that. Oh shit. Yeah, we need some more arrows to figure out where we're going. Yeah, we're starting to get cars. Cool. So they're initially very rare, but as you go on, they start to show up. I think that the arrows on the wall should be larger and less dense. Larger and less dense. Okay, yeah. I also had the thought of putting them on the roof or the ceiling, because the ceiling is quite bare, making it a good candidate to convey some information. Arrow code on the floor. Yeah, similar idea. The floor is fairly bare. It could show. Floor makes more sense because in actual car parks, they're always on floors. I want to drive a different car. What am I feeling today? I don't want a fast car because this is quite a fiddly stage. Oh yeah, we got to take. We've got to take the oh my gosh, the AZ1. Floor is a rather usual place. I agree. I think the floor is a good option. Problem with the floor. It's not really a problem. For the floor, we'd have to add it as a paint, which I was initially worried about because that's UV editing, but we could just put a whole nother arrow object on the ground. Sometimes they're also on the roof, but I think that would hurt visibility. You reckon? The floor definitely makes more sense. Oh, the pillars should probably be less common as well. Ooh. Okay, temporarily, I'm just going to disable the spiral completely. Yeah. So now the most difficult thing about the stage is actually figuring out where you're going. Oh gosh. Yeah, maybe the pillars need to go. Because I don't claim to be particularly good at this game. But progress-based pillar activation. Well, we could just use the same piece of code. We don't need a pillar-specific one. Yeah, I don't claim to be particularly good at this game. However, this stage is initially for beginners. So it needs to be beginner-friendly. Oh, this is embarrassing. Okay. Roof collapse, roof collapse? What? Okay, let's try, whoops, sorry, scrolling through the chat. Let's try disabling these pillars. Progress-based activate. Bam. And then also on the right turn. Pillars. Is it just 4 of them? Oh, easy. Maybe just the middle ones. 5 and 1. Wait a sec. We could get an awesome module where the roof has collapsed. Now it forms, it forms a ramp. That would be sick. Add the Mazda 787B. That's the rotary one. Well, of course it's rotary one, it's Mazda. It's like the race car. I think I know the one you're talking about. Okay. This is a good start. It does get too hard too quickly though. But it's the right idea. We should have a few more pieces with nothing, and then the car spawning should be more gradual. I want to be able to edit all these curves at the same time, but I can't. Whatever. That's okay. So, I think it needs to look more like this. So then, we still start to get some once we pass 8, but they're really uncommon. And it slowly cranks up. Can I copy that component, please? Yep, copy that. It's 1 and 5. Paste it. Wait, it's new, not as new. Paste as values. I think the probability should start a bit above 0, so it looks less empty. I don't know. I'm not convinced. Because right at the beginning, like, this is going to serve as this stage is going to serve as a tutorial. And so we really do want it to be quite easy. Initially, that is. After 5-10 seconds, then it gets hard. One for exponential fog. You mean the fog distance changes? Is that what you're getting at, the Ashen? One minus... I can't picture that. What you've just sent there, Ashen. So I'm going to bust out Desmos Grapher. Actually, I want to be y equals? Is that what I'm after? No, that's not what I'm after. It should be x. This is the curve, you reckon. And b is just like how aggressive it is. Yeah, I use Desmos so much. It's a beautiful tool. Oh, so I was thinking the inverse of this. Animation curve allows you to skip calculating priest. Yeah. Yeah, you're right there, Alpha Space, but I think that's the best Ashen could do to communicate what they were thinking. Like a sigmoid. That's just a sine-like function, right? I did know this stuff. Yeah. A mathematical function that transforms a continuous real number into a range of 0 and 1. Yeah, so this would work. I don't think the end is so important though. I want this part, this first part. So at early on, really uncommon for cars to spawn, but as you increase, it goes up to 1. It goes up to, they're always there. Honestly, I think this here is a good start. Like, there's not much going on, it's easy. Maybe it ramps up too slowly now. You probably look at limited growth. Then you can just do X squared and clamp it. Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Well, if I'm looking for the start of the sigmoid, there are so many functions like that. It's like X squared, the parabola, the start of the parabola, that's it. Thing is, we don't actually need to know that because Unity animation curve, you can just muck around with it. So it all works really. Now I have adjusted it so they spawn in not fast enough. What is the default period? No, that's not what I'm after. How about that one? How about that one? The sigmoid is really smooth. See, for something like this, where it's only used for random probabilities, I don't think it's necessary. Like, it would matter if we were animating something, we want it to be smooth, but the result is going to be jittery anyway because it's random, right? Copy component. I thought it'd be good that I could edit the probabilities for each thing individually, but now I really want the ability to not do that. I think this is a better increase. The pillars should become more common faster. Sharp right. Let's try that. So it's ramping up slower. I don't know exactly what part of the conversation you're talking about there, Alpha Space, sorry. You're talking to me or you're talking to Asher? Oh, you know what we could do to stop them feeling empty? The cars on the edges could spawn earlier. It's the cars in the middle that are less common. So these ones here, I don't want graffiti. Let me just select the cars. I've selected something that's not a car here. I've selected graffiti? I thought I disabled it. Cool. Give me those cars. And we'll have them... There's already a chance they spawn in. And they ramp up faster. Does the game automatically instance random cars, or do you select which cars spawn in each spot? So it's all done by hand, the choice of what cars. So here we're looking at the basic piece. What way's forward? Okay, this is the start here. So the first one on the very left will always be this red car. It'd be nice to make it random. I just don't have the library of cars set up for that. But it's determined by me. So that first one always red, then the Jeep, then 300ZX. They might not be there, but if there's a car there, it will be those ones. Start with the chance of spawning in. Cool, let's give that a go. Fixed cars means less... Yeah. I forgot to enable something then. What did I do? That's what I didn't do. Manual cars means you can do some funny stuff, like badly parked drivers. Yeah, that's a good point. Cool, so now it feels less empty. There are some cars, but they're not in the middle. And it's only as we drift further do we get some. Actually, losing the pillars feels a bit weird. I think this is good. Initially it's really easy, but it's only a few seconds. Only like 5-10 seconds of actual easy track. No, okay, I like this. I think this is a good increase. It starts easy. Again, we're going to be... When people started, they're going to have a slow car. They're going to have the roller. So because this car's slower, they'll have more time to figure out what to do. Yep, so now I'm starting to get stuff spawned in the middle. But people with faster cars, even say just the CRX here. Actually, this is not that quick. As people get quicker cars, it becomes even faster. Pillars could start at not 0 like the cars on the side. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like this balance. There will be more pieces, more different road pieces, so that'll add more variety. 0 pillars does feel odd. I agree. Start at 50%? Is that maybe a bit high? Because that means on average we'll have 1 pillar for the turn and 2 pillars for the... No, not 2. How many pillars do we have? We got 6. And maybe I'll make them less common on... Why is that? There'll be less of a chance on the basic piece, so that we still on average have 1 to begin with. Roughly 1. I prefer all the road pieces, but again, yeah. Or prefer all the pillars. I think it's better with them there, but it's harder. And a big point of this stage is to introduce the player to the game. After 10-15 seconds, we want it to be a regular stage. Like, I don't want it to be boring. I want it to be fun. I want it to be good. But it also needs to serve as the introduction. And I think what we've got here is good. I need to put it in front of someone who's never played it before. What about a road piece where the lights are out with slightly worse visibility? Ooh, that's scary. They have unlimited respawns. Oh, in the tutorial, that's something I want to change. Well, they do have unlimited respawns, really, but it's not. I don't want it to be the tutorial as it currently is. It's just a stage with an easy start. There'll be a little image that shows up to say, hey, whoops, tap the screen to steer the car. But really, aside from that, it's just a regular stage. It's not so much a tutorial as it is a first level. Yeah. Chat, I will be back in a moment. I need to go to the bathroom. You know what? I'll do a classic here. I will. Be back in a. Be back in a minute. I can't even zoom in further here. What? Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And we're back. So that's the difficulty scaling done, right? That was the whole point of the stream. We're done. I'm not going to finish it there. We're going to do more, for sure. But, like, that's it. In the duration of the tutorial, you could make the car invincible. Yeah, making the car invincible is unintuitive and confusing. I think I agree with that. We want the tutorial to teach the players how to play, so it feels like changing the rules for the tutorial is going to make it harder for them to play normally. After that, the tutorial should be an easy introduction to the game. And I think the rules should be the same, just a bit easier. Slide finger to steer, yeah. Colliding will cause the run to end. Oh, and then deactivate its ability. So you reckon a more scripted start? Ashen. The tricky part with that is, I want the tutorial to be always accessible. I don't have another button for the tutorial though. So I think it would be really nice if the first stage, its normal behavior was a tutorial, and the fact that it teaches players how to play, but you can still play it normally without feeling like there's a big annoying tutorial in the way. It needs to be, we need to figure out the bare minimum to teach someone how to play. Yeah, I want something unintrusive. I want it to be the bare minimum. Simplicity, exactly. Are we going to do that? Are we going to make the tutorial now? It's the next step. Pick a random person on a bus and ask them to play my game. Yeah, something like that's a good idea. Finding someone who's never played the game. Well, on saying that, every time I've given the game to someone new, they've got it pretty quickly. Like, it's not a hard game to learn how to play. Every time I've given them a phone, given someone new Drifto, they're confused for a moment. They touch the screen and they're like, oh, that's it. They'll usually die a couple times, well not die, they'll crash a couple times before they make it around a corner. But within that first run or the first crash, they have it. I don't think you really need a tutorial. Yeah. It's more of a easy start. A tutorial, you're right, a tutorial is probably not the good term for it. It is an easy start to the game. Yeah, exactly. Having fun, gave your phone to a friend, having fun in 10 seconds. That is good. I'm quite happy with that. So what I'm thinking here, you start the stage, and then there's for a second or two, there is a moment of a little piece of text that says, hey, swipe the screen to play. And that's it. You start driving. I have the UI turned off right now, but then you'll see your score increases. The word intuitive in software is used too much, but I think the gameplay for Drifto is intuitive. We've been talking about this too much. Let's add a little bit of UI. It used to have this. Well, does the tutorial even work still? I remember once, quite a while ago, I was talking to a cousin that I hadn't spoken to in a while, and they're like, what are you doing? I'm making video games. And asked what ones. I said, yep, you can download it here. So they did on the call. And they're like, your tutorial's broken. They fell through the world. Like, oh man, Drifto's so cool, but that was a little bit embarrassing. Oh, the shadows are inconsistent here. I don't touch the tutorial. I don't do... It's broken! Oh, it's because I'm on the PC build of Drifto, of course. It's not going to work on the PC build. Okay. So here is the UI. The red errors, yeah. There might not be the tutorial broken. It might just be the tutorial for PC version. The PC version doesn't have a tutorial. Is this what I want to steal? I think this is what I want to steal. Is there a finger? Does it have the coordinate to move it as well? Oh! I think... Can I just steal this? Is that what I can... Can I do that? I need to turn the UI on. Damn. Canvas. Tutorial UI. I'll need... Oh, I selected everything. That's dangerous. I will need to change the mobile build. Because it's a mobile tutorial. How many people do we have here right now? Alright, 6 of us, that's good. The chat's live, which is important. Score is a signed int. Yes. Kind of. The score is saved as a signed int, but as the run is going, it's actually a floating point number. Why signed? Simply because I didn't make it unsigned. There's no reason. The score should never be high enough to actually matter. But you're right, an unsigned integer would fit better. It's a non-issue right now. The reason I chose this for the display is because it was the largest it could be. Yeah, I am the best. What can I say? Swipe to steer. So if I put the game view there now, what happens? Swipe to steer. That is ugly, but this here is roughly what I'm thinking. Oh my gosh, I need to fix that. I'm out of smoothie. Oh well. Gotta start in the water. Alright, up first, it's fixing the scale of this, because that looks hideous. Not epic. Why? The scales were wrong there. Also, it shouldn't be so transparent. The text should also be transparent though. Too much maybe? The finger's transparent. The text should also be transparent. The text should be higher up and the hand lower. Yes. Yes, definitely. And container, so that takes up the full screen. What I could do is I could anchor the text to the top of the screen. Wait a second, that's not actually the right size. Yeah. The text is anchored to the top of the screen. And the finger is anchored to the bottom of the screen. Maybe have the text in hand disappear after 2-3 seconds or even upon touching the screen. I want it to be something like touching the screen, but if the player accidentally taps it and doesn't realize what they've done, maybe it should show for at least like a second and then once you've tapped the screen. The text is sometimes hard to read when you go over lighter objects. The hand is also too transparent, I still feel. Wait, I've got 2 layers of transparency on it? That's silly. Yeah. Touch screen. Swipe to steer. Cool. I don't like how the swipe to steer text just kind of sits there. Make the text non-transparent and you can colored. What color? What color? Can I outline it? It doesn't look that good. That looks actively bad. Oh, it's a different font. Is that the font I've been using? Semi-bold. Actually, the text is pretty easy to see. I don't like how it just sits there statically. I want it to move a little bit. Rotate, oscillate. I just want it to rotate a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe yellow. There we go. That's really slow. That needs to be faster. Yellow. That's a very yellow. Up-down movement of the text, you reckon? That looks silly. That looks so oh no! I can't put the outline on it because it changes more than just this text. It changes the score text as well. No. Whatever. Can I just undo that change here? Discard those. I think white is best. Okay. The rotation that I've put on it is too quick. Up, down movement of the text, you reckon? Maybe it's fine just being... We'll make it disappear, because it probably is just fine as it is. So, it needs to disappear. How's it going to disappear? It's going to just jump out of the screen. So we need a piece of code to make it go... Where... our scripts. Do I have tutorial? Pieces of code already? Yeah, I do. I'm going to delete them because we don't need them anymore. They're not in use here? No, just rotate. UI slide. I'm not going to use that. Tutorial UI. Get out of here. Deleting it. What if the text is fixed to the car movement like the scorecard? That could work. tutorial control. I don't think this code is used currently. Cool. That's gone. Now we need... Text fix the car movement. We'll give it a go. But first we'll make this disappear, so... serialized field. Fix text field easy. Yeah. What am I doing? It has to disappear. So we'll assume it's on. We'll assume the script is on the tutorial UI, right? So that it can just move its own transform. Which will look like that. Or do we make it to the side? Does it really matter? How much? What position do I need to move it to? Tap base deactivate. Yeah, but it's more. It's going to be more than just a tap. Serialized field is. I want min show time. It'll be like 2 seconds. Oh, that might feel weird if you tap the screen and it doesn't go away. Shown time 0. Update. We'll increase that. We're just increasing the counter. And then if showtime is greater than min showtime and private wall has tapped screen, and then we want to add if input dot no, it's not mouse. Input dot touch count is greater than 0. Has tap screen equals true. And then if has tap screen. And this is where we do the things. 1 second show time is probably a bit less weird for immediate. 1 second min show time. Yeah. Well, we can edit that in the speaker. We'll mess around with that soon. Private wall hiding. Okay, how are we going to get rid of it out? We want to do a nice... I'm using an easing curve for this. Because the tutorial UI shouldn't just go out at a linear speed. This is where we use animation curves for animation curves. Private animation curve. Movement equals animation curve dot ease in out. That's roughly what we want. Close. No, I'll start playing because we're going to mess with that in the inspector anyway. We're going to multiply it, of course, by the... What am I saying? Multiply it by the distance it needs to move. Exponential movement upwards would be the least distracting. Yeah. That's roughly what I'm thinking. Oh, what if, because the text is up the top, what if the text went up and the hand went down? I think that's a good way to do it. We'll get something working first, and then we can make it look good. Make it look better. Okay. We need another variable here. Private float. Wait a second. No, we don't. We can use shown time. I'm thinking about the timer for moving, because we need some measure of time to be able to use the movement curve. But we can go float movement t. That is just shown time minus min show time, because that's always increasing. and then float. Movement. No, that's a terrible. How do you name these variables better? Day-night cycles. It's possible. What's holding me back from that is so many of the stages are designed to have fixed lighting. So I fear a lot of them would just look bad, or I have to do a lot of modifications. In saying that, I still haven't tried. What is movement T meant to be? That's a good question. I should question the names, and then they'll help me come up with better names. It is the movement timer. That's the movement timer, right? So it goes between 0 and however long it takes to move. Leftover show time, yeah. I think movement timer is roughly equivalent to that. And then movement amount. It's fine, I'm the only one that reads this code. Well, aside from you, I'm the only one that has to maintain it. Then here's movement timer. But then the movement amount needs to be multiplied by the width of the screen. Transformed opposition. Oh, how does that work? Let's just do some logging so I can figure out actually what it needs to be. Debug.log. Because I don't know what position is the side of the screen. Is it screen.width or is it like relative to something? Oh, no, of course nothing's being logged because I haven't actually attached the script. Tutorial controller. Rad. So that's currently position 300. Am I after an anchored position? It's screen-based resolution and it's set to stretch. It's screen resolution based. What? I'm not following what you're saying, Alpha Space. It's screen resolution based, yes, okay. Oh, so the center is the screen resolution over 2? So if we were to go portrait, 720. So that should be 360. The center position should be 360. Yeah. So I need to move it to 1.5. So it starts at 0.5 screen width, and I need to move it to 1.5 screen width if it's going right. Inspector transform top left corner of transform. Inspector transform. Run red transform. I think this is what we want because we want the thing to stretch. Yeah, this is what we want. We want the tutorial UI to stretch to the screen. Like if the screen size changes, well, it's never going to be like that. It's only ever going to be portrait. But that there is. That text needs to change size. We can do that later. We can fix it later. Yeah, stretch is good. Alright. So here, this is where we go. Transform dot position equals a new vector 2. The x position is going to be screen dot width times text size should be, yeah, times, I'm gonna lerp between 0.5 and 1.5 by movement amount. Is that what we're doing? I think that's what we're doing. And then screen dot height over 2. Is that going to do it? Change this. So it's a linear movement, so it should look pretty gross. What? Nothing happened. Min show time is 0. It should go instantly. But nothing's happening. Why? Oh, because I haven't tapped the screen. Of course. I've tapped the screen. Why not just add a vector? Because then I have to use the easing curve, I have to worry about where it was last position, where if I just set it, I don't need to care about where it was. If we're using a curve like this, doing like this because it's the easiest way with this curve. Let's just do this. Oh yeah, it left. Cool, okay. Let's make it show for just a little bit so we can see it. Oh, you know what we could do? We can make kind of like bounce away. Did I clamp it anywhere? I hope not. It also takes far too long, so I'll bring that in. Will we still be able to retain transform? Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah. Okay. We can do that by instead saying vector 3 position equals transform dot position. Pos.x equals that. Transform dot position equals position. Oh. There we go. Back in 40 minutes of stream slot. Maybe. See you then. If not, see you another time. Is it going too fast, maybe? Because I can't see it dip. Oh, because I'm doing a lerp, it's clamping it automatically. I need to do an unsafe lerp, which extrapolates, not an interpolation, and extrapolation as well. I think I have that written somewhere. Unsafe lerp. Yes. I need an unsafe lerp. Get an extended math. Extended math. Oh. Yeah, that did it. The animation is not right. It doesn't look good yet, but that part there is functional now. I feel it goes down too much. Like that. That still feels very unnatural. That feels really unnatural. Maybe I'm trying to do too much. What if we just made it nicely transition? Yeah, it just kind of falls away. That's fine. Cool. I do think swipe to steer should go up, finger should go down. I want to make this as an or input dot mouse button down, or input dot get axis draw horizontal is greater than const horizontal movement threshold greater than horizontal movement threshold. So then it'll actually consider when I press arrow keys. Wouldn't you want the abs? Yes, I would. I do need that. Yeah, because if I return left, which is negative, then it wouldn't do anything. That moved way too quick. Oh, I know. Currently, if show time is greater than min show time by like a lot, then we jump into a very high value of movement timer. Okay, here's another way of doing that. Shown time equals... No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Do we need to keep a separate timer? My first statement is useless. My first statement is useless? I've got the curly brackets. What are you talking about? Has tap screen? You don't need curly brackets there. It's all good, it's all good. Shown time equals, why isn't this going to work? Math f dot, oh, because that. Oh, okay, fine, we just need to keep another timer, that's fine. Movement timer. Movement timer, what? Timer plus equals time, delta time. Has tap screen, has made input. Good point, good point. Has made input. You've obviously written code before alpha space. Is this everything I need? Yeah? Oh, and then we need to make the text and the hand move differently. Stunning. Why the errors? Oh, just in-app purchase stuff. Okay, so I'm going to rename this because we're actually going to use multiple instances of the script. It is not a tutorial control anymore. It is... I wouldn't say I'm particularly good at coding, but I know the mistakes are made by it. Yeah. I also find it's easier to see mistakes other people make. Okay, if I zoom in on this, yeah, it does change the zoom on the stream chat. That's silly. Is that correct? There we go, okay. So I'm going here because I want to look back in time at the chat. I think you suggested a better name for this script. Alpha space. When you're coding it yourself, you're always a bit in the tunnel. Yeah. Where was that name? I'm definitely gone past it. Or am I imagining things? I can come up with a name myself. So, point is, this piece of code is now going to be used for moving input base deactivate. Yeah. It's not so much deactivate, input based. Let's move off screen on input. Move off screen on input, but there's also a minute show. Yeah. Okay, I think that's a good name for it. Move off screen on input, and then I need to somehow make it use different directions. Move off screen on input. I can make it use different directions by giving it a... We could say use an enum to say up or down, left, right. We'll give it a vector. An enum sounds better. Serializable. Enum, direction, vertical. Wait, an enum for like this already has to exist, right? Is there one already in Unity? Okay. If direction equals direction dot horizontal. Oh, wait. It's not just vertical left, right. Vector 2 dot up? No, that's not quite what I'm thinking. Like an enum for left, right, up, down. This is not a good way of doing it, is it? I'm gonna do it anyway because it's nice in the inspector. Equals left. Screen dot width. Just a little bit ugly. I should use a switch. Wait, it's not curly brackets, is it? It's this. Break. This does not feel right, but it doesn't matter. I'm thinking about it too much. Break. Wait, break is... Oh, I haven't put that yet. Where does direction get assigned? In the inspector. So we can change it ourselves to whatever we want. I'll show you now. I haven't added all the logic for it yet. But here, this is the direction we want it to move. Up. A vector. That's what I was considering. It would make the code nicer, but I think this makes the inspector nicer. That should do it. So we'll test left and right, just for the hell of it. So the text should move to the right, the thing should move to the left. Yeah. Cool. And then if I want the text to move up and the finger to move down, I select those options and we see if I got the math around the wrong way. Yes, I did. Oh, it jumps to the middle. You're right, I do need to add to the position instead of setting it. Stank. Or, instead of assuming the initial position is 0, I could just save it. Private vector 2 origin. Note. Start origin equals transform dot position. Cool. And here I just go plus origin.x. Origin.what? Y plus origin dot. What happened there? What did I do wrong on that one? Is that making that's making this part redundant, isn't it? I think it's making that redundant. Yo, what's up, happy face? I don't recognise your name. Most of the people here I recognise from the Discord. Well, they both moved, which is not what I was after. They both moved up. One thing moved down. That's because they're the exact same. Oh, I just need to add a negative there. Right? Well, I'm back in 10 minutes. Sweet. Wait, you said 40 minutes 20 minutes ago. Why not scale the component? We're moving it, not scaling it? I don't see how that would work. I mean, it would zoom in, which would make it move off the screen, I guess. But it would also get bigger. Meeting ended early because nobody got any work done this week. Ah, damn. Well, it'd be good to have you back. Making big, yeah, that would work. But we've got this now. Swipe to steer. Because the middle of the object is transparent. Yes, I see what you're getting at now. So if I touch nothing, it should keep saying touch. Swipe to steer. Should the game just restart? This looks great, thank you. Yeah, it's super basic. That's all we need. John, you're rich. What? Oh, in the game. I'm like, what are you getting at? I'd love to be rich. In the game, I'm rich. Yeah. We need to... It also needs to move off screen if... Should restart to score, yeah. Score is 0, that's a good way of checking. This needs to move off screen if the game is over. So, what I'll do is I'll make a method here to hide. To start the hiding. Right? And all it's going to do is set showtime to min showtime. No, min showtime, yes. And it's going to it's just gonna jank it. I'm just gonna hack it. So this will just force the stuff to hide. So what we can do here is in the game controller. No, I don't have the method. I used to have a bunch of events here that I could subscribe to. I think I got rid of them because it became spaghetti. But here is a place where it makes sense. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Public Unity event on game over. Right? On game over, and then where is it? None of these feel like good places to put it. Maybe, because I don't really want to take that, I'll put in the game controller. On game state changed. On wait, I can just go to that method. Post state changed. Game. Yes. On game over dot invoke. Okay. That's where we're putting it. And now we don't get now we should get the method of the event to show up here. Stunning. We can add the finger and the text, and we're gonna say hide. Yo, what's up, Window Eater? Good to have you back. They didn't move off screen. That's not what I wanted. I want to change the music. We've had this song for a while. This is the first new ski slope song. Go to the second. Alright, why... Oh, jeez. Why do they not work? That's my question. Indusso music. You don't want to hear the new... new ski slope? I want to hear the new ski slope. It never got called. Hide never got called. Why? Oh, if whoops. That's why. Put in the wrong place. Can you play a song my friend made? Similar instrumental theme. Promise you won't sue me. Okay. What is it? Also, actually, I should ask some more questions before I say yes to playing just a random song. Like, what is it? Oh, that got called correctly. I think that worked. Nice. Now, next problem is if we hit the pause button, it counts that as input, which I don't want it to count as input. Do we just have the pause button not be in the game for the tutorial section? So only once you have started steering the pause button shows up? Seen in Discord. Alright, we'll give it a peek. Simplicity is key. Here, review before... I can't really review it before playing because, like...
The future of your...
I'm on stream now. No point... Yeah, cool. It also means the screen's less cluttered. I don't know how the volume is for you, chat. I hope it's okay. What is this? Wobbly effect on the video. Volume's perfect, sweet. Well, I'll play it. Ooh! Okay, while we're plugging other people here, last stream I talked about... not Drifto. I talked about a game called Bonk the Goblins, which, for some reason, it wasn't showing up. But here it is, Bonk the Goblins. It is whack-a-mole, but really weird and absolutely chaotic. These screenshots are good, but they don't do it justice. Like, it looks... You should check it out. I think it's going to cost a few dollars. I don't know. But I've played a couple of dev versions, and they are... It's freaking funny. Yeah, Drifto still got good reviews. It's still pretty small, like... Yeah. Nah, Drifto, it's cool. But, Bonk the Goblins. It's a small game. Like, the dev version took me maybe 40 minutes to get through. Although, in saying that, there wasn't all the content in the game. There's chaos, it's fun, there's goblins. I don't know what else to tell you. I like it a lot. I'll be buying it, I'll be playing it. You should check it out. This is chill, this is good. Hey, I know that person. Nice. Translate to English. What is it? Noise. Oh. Yeah. Bean, you've done well. That's cool. Is that a fractal in your profile? Whatever. No, that's a good suggestion. That's a good track. What were we doing in Drifto? Removing the pause button. How are we going to remove the pause button? We need something like the opposite of move off screen. Can we just make a flag to say actually invert the movement? Why not? Serialize field. Move on screen. So, but then I'll be copying most of the code. It's a minor change. Like, I want to just do a different flag here. Yeah, just let it slide in. Private ball slide in equals false. False. Just let it slide in. Okay. So that means we need to set the position right at the start. We need to change the position. Actually, maybe it is a fairly different piece of code. Maybe it is a fairly different piece of code. How are we just going to do this? You can also make it deactivate. Yeah, I'd like it to slide in though. Although, it doesn't need to. It can just pop in. It can... Yeah, what? I'm overcomplicating it. I'm overcomplicating it. Here's what we'll do. We will... Serious field. Make a unity of... why is it private? It should be public. Public unity event. Yeah. On slide out. Right. And then on slide out dot invoke, but we need to make sure we only call it once. This is getting bloated. Slide out event been invoked. False. If not slide out event has been invoked, has slide out been invoked? True. Okay. Hopefully we don't have to touch that code anymore because it is beyond its capacity. Then on one of these, I can just say, where is it? Game UI, pane of forward button steering, pause button, game object, set active. Set it active because initially it is inactive. Pause button's not there. Pause button's there. It does seem to jump in a bit suddenly. Yeah. Sliding in would be nicer. I've got another piece of code that can handle it. It's a bit gross, but we'll just do it anyway. UI slide. Start position, a Y of 1. What about fading in? Yeah, that could work. I'd still have to animate it. So let me see if this method works. It should. Slide to center. Yeah, this UI slide component I made is old and it's a little bit janky. Oh, yeah, it's not working. Okay, we're not doing that then. We're zooming in. We're zooming in. I mean zooming out? We could also adjust the alpha. We'll try that. We'll try that. Alright, another component I'm making then. No, it's a UI thing. Fade. Wait. Image fade in. We've already got something here. Component, start alpha, fade time, oh! Goes from 0 scale. Zooming in goes from 0 scale to 1 scale. Oh, so the pause button like comes out from the center of the screen? I think I like the fading idea better. Because this here is used elsewhere, I'll make a ball play on awake equals true. Private ball playing false. And if play on awake and playing equals true, if we're not playing, we don't do anything. But there's a public method where we can say play. No, from center of pause button object. Oh, so the pause button off in the top corner. Wait, is the image flipped? Put my hand up there. No, for you it's this side. Pause button up here. So it starts at an infinitesimally small point and then it goes bigger. Could work. I've mostly done the fading and I think I like that more. I like the idea of it more, so I'll try that. Playing equals should just be as simple as doing that. Yeah, that's what I meant. Gotcha. Image fade in. We want to fade in the pause button. Wait. Yes. No, we don't. That image actually does nothing. It is a child of it that we need to fade in. Image fade. Image fade in. Target alpha is 1. Fade time is 0.5. We don't play on awake though, because it is down here that we tell it to play. Whoa, it's already there though. Oh, because the initial alpha is 174. No, we don't want it to be. This won't stop the pause button from actually working though. There's so much cover to, yeah. Yeah. This is not going to work. And I'll show you why. Okay, so that comes in nicely, but the pause button still functions, even though it's invisible. So what the other option I guess is to just disable it, like that, and then down here also enable it. Yeah? Yeah, near disable the button component, you're on it. Yep, that works. So you can tap on it a little bit before it's visible, but by that stage the UI, tutorial UI is already disappearing. Stunning. Is that the tutorial done, just like that? Is it really a problem if the pause button can be used while invisible? Not really. It feels a little bit janky, but it's already fixed, like mostly. There, you can see I can tap it there and it's not actually visible yet, but it will be in a small moment. Yeah, it's fine. Literally unplayable. Oh, so sorry, guys. So sorry, chat, not guys. Well, this is rad. Like, the stage obviously isn't finished, but it's functional. It looks pretty good. I'm still not happy with the spiral part. I feel like it needs a lot more. It needs more art to it. It doesn't quite hit the same as the other pieces. It's fun. It's functional. Yes. Chat is politically correct, but guys is likely more accurate. Yeah. Guys likely is more accurate. But in saying that, like, don't want to exclude anyone if they are here, you know? Anyone else coming to this dream is more than welcome, as long as they're not, like, spouting hate. Oh man, this is so good. I might just end the stream there because I was just planning on doing the difficulty scaling, but we also did the tutorial, so I'm kind of in the headspace of like, we're done. We're done. Chat, that was far more productive than I expected. I'll probably do a beta build very soon then. Oh, you know what? Let's get this ready for beta. Let's get this ready for beta on stream. So I'm going to go back to the PC version so I can get a better screenshot. Carpark tutorial UI. No. Oh, no. Tutorial is a part of difficulty scaling. I guess it is. Okay, so real quick, let's make a list. Carpark beta to do. We need a thumbnail for it. We need remove old tutorial. Is that it? Chat, am I missing anything? I think that's it. Okay, we're back on this. Can I go widescreen, please? Stunning. Oh, it's not quite done. Because this UI will appear even in... Crap. No, that's not done. This UI is going to... Oh, music. Oh my gosh. I need to get Mystery onto the music for this. I'm so happy the graffiti crowdsourcing worked out as well. It works so good. Would the save game stuff work? Yeah. It all works. It's based off a... How does it work? No, you're right. I'm missing a... That did remind me I'm missing a piece. Or am I? As long as I have this piece here, the stage config, it'll be fine. Save game stuff will work. Fix PC wide. So the tutorial UI is going to show up on the PC version. We don't want it to. What if I just put it on them? Did that? Then I'm on the PC version, so it shouldn't show. Didn't see the spiral generating. No, I've actually turned it off. Just because it didn't feel like it was fitting the theme. And the difficulty scaling doesn't really apply to it. So I was only testing the pieces that did have difficulty scaling on them. Right here, spiral up. The frequency weight is 0, which means it's never going to be there. So if I change it, well, there you go, there's one. I just want to make it that it doesn't spawn right away. Like, we get a few basic pieces first. With escape? What? I'm going backwards? Oh! Direction tracker on spiral is broken. I also need to remove EZ1 because it's not balanced yet, so it's not going to make it into the beta today. Why is it repeating so much? Why are we getting so many spirals? I don't want that many spirals. Give me less. Okay. So. Fixed tutorial showing on PC. Stunning. Let's get rid of that because spirals are awesome. Okay. No, I don't want OBS. Sorry. I do want to fix PC done. All right. We're going to remove AZ1 from the game temporarily. Direction tracker on spiral. Funny enough, it should be pretty easy. The way I've set it up is nice. So currently, the road piece is just using the start and end. Like, it's just making a straight line. And so, of course, when you're going around the spiral, it's like, actually, you're going towards the start more than the end. But what we can do here is we make checkpoints. If this was the first time I was doing it, it would be painful, but I've already set everything up. So now we just need to make a bunch of checkpoints. Carden's in the chat. What's up, Carden? Need to reorder those. So there's... I don't know how well you can see it, chat, but there is a blue line showing the direction that we're traveling in, or that the road is going in. It's bus man. And then we need to change the height of all of these points so they roughly match up. They don't need to be perfect, but the closer the better. What? Why is it in the wrong position? It's in the right position. What am I doing? What am I talking about? That ought to do it. Oh, I'm gonna make it spawn more frequently to test it. Oh, that's a lot of gizmos. Have I turned off the direction tracking one? Oh, I can't see it. I must have turned it off. Whatever. Well, we can see it doesn't think we're going backwards anymore. What if I actually do go backwards? Then it works. Oh, what? It did think I was... I'm confused now. It kind of works. It kind of works. Direction. I did used to... Yeah, here we are. Draw a bunch of debug things. Maybe wrong direction? That's what I thought, but... I don't know if you can see here, chat, but these arrows are pointing in the right direction. So we'll debug it. I don't want to see the car body view. I don't want to see your mass. I don't want to see direction tracker. That's what I want to turn off. Cool. It's not showing me direction tracker though. What? It should be showing me a bunch of gizmos, but it's not. It's not showing me my gizmos. Debug draw sphere. Draw. Yeah, direction seems correct. Oh, there we go. Well, we can see the... This is it. It's a little bit hard to figure out what's going on here. But that green ball is the closest point on that center line it thinks we are to. That's good, that's good, that's good. But then it stops there. Why? It thinks we're closest to the one down there. Oh, it's based... Okay, chat, this is a little embarrassing. It's based off really old... It's an old piece of code that doesn't actually account for the distance between points. So we just need to put more points in, effectively. Stink. Oh, this is terribly tedious, this is going to be, isn't it? I want to duplicate a point, but then keep its space in the list. Oh, because the point below is yes, alpha space. That's correct. Unfortunately, I haven't made it project onto the line, and that's something I don't want to do today. It should be enough just to put a couple more points in. It's ignoring z distance. Not quite. It's only considering distance to points, to these nodes, like these specific game objects here. It's only considering the car's distance to these, as opposed to the car's distance to the line between them, the line that connects them. I could make it ignore y distance. No, if I ignore the y distance, I assume you mean height, then... Yeah, because unity height, vertical axis is actually y, not z. That would make the problem worse. To fix this, I would need, like, properly fix it, I need to have it get the closest segment. We'd have to calculate the closest segment by doing line projections onto them, as opposed to... Where'd the gizmos go? Where'd my gizmos go? Yeah. The distance calculation uses wrong things. Where did my gizmos go? They were just here. I'm a little bit confused about that. Okay, that worked. So there's the ball. Oh, when I pause the game, it turns them off? What? I don't understand that. Okay. As long as this ball stays close. I can't see. It disappeared there. I swear that disappeared. This was meant to be an easy thing to fix. But it seems it's not. Oh gosh, looking at two things at once is going to be kind of hard. Yeah, the gizmos kind of just disappear when... So that section there is wrong. I'm trying to look at the top-down view while I drift. That was right. Why was I not awarded points, though? Why am I not being awarded points? I don't understand. Spiral up. Uses the checkpoints. Chat, I don't understand what's happening here. Hard car tracker, that's what I'm after. Okay. Then I want you to tell me, is the car moving forward? The car should be moving forward. We've got a bunch of trues. True. Yeah, the car's moving forward. Oh, we've got a false. We have 3 falses. That's fine. 3 frames is not a big deal. However, I'm not being awarded score as I'm drifting. You can collapse the errors. I don't want to search though. So, why am I not being awarded points? Score controller. I've not come across this issue before. If it's drifting, moving forward an untouched road. That's probably what we should check. Okay. Debug.log is moving forward on untouched road. Maybe it thinks the log, it combines. Oh. Ah. Thank you. So true, we're moving forward on untouched road. False. It thinks we've completed the piece already. It thinks we've completed the piece when we first jump on it. Why? What is give false signal? First checkpoint is in the correct spot. Second checkpoint is in the correct spot. Okay, fine. What if we were to just have only the first and the last? Will that work? Debug.log spam. Yep. So it works like you'd expect there. Right? John's so confused, the stream's buffering. Oh no! The stream not working well. I want to change. Is it engine? Application target frame rate. I'm going to set the target frame rate to 30 so it's easier for me to look at all the logs so we don't get hundreds of logs a second. I want to debug.log get current section number plus the current section number plus the cool. So this will tell us what section number we're on and how far through. I'm kind of just confirming my suspicions here. So I should make this more useful. Current section number Current distance through section plus colored logs. Yes, I did know that, but I haven't used them. Is moving on untouched road. Plus is moving forward on new road. You can debug.log multicolored text. That, yes. Is forward plus is moving forward. Cool, okay. That should be all the logs I need. Section number 6. I think we're on, yeah. 555, 6. Current section 5, distance through section 1. Yep. Moving forward, true. On untouched road, true. 6. Okay, yep, true. When does it switch to false? There. Yeah, here it is. For a moment, it thinks we're most of the way through the piece. I wish I could zoom in easier on Unity so you could see this bit of chat. Debug.log warning and debug.log error typically seems more useful than colored debug.log. I think it depends on the situation. I don't like to log many things. If I'm logging something, it's because I'm working on it right there and then, so I may as well just use white. I guess if you're logging from multiple places to see the chain of events, colors could be quite useful. So here's our problem. Right, on this one frame, we're, 13% through the section. Then on the next frame, it thinks we're 70%. And then it goes back to 14. So, like, why wouldn't you want Rainbow Tech? Good point. That'd be pretty cool. So for a moment, it thinks we're suddenly jumping through the section from 13 to 70%. Why? How many? We have 11 here. Let's do some math to figure out actually what piece is wrong. Or where it thinks we can almost be certain it thinks we're closer to this one. Oh, do I have to do the math to properly figure out what section we're on? Do all the projections? I think that's our issue. It just thinks we're closer to that. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Using a calculator. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Crap. The problem is, I think it's about here. Oh, unfortunately, right, it is pain. It is pain. You were right, Alpha Space. I think it's when we're around here. It's either getting caught at this. It's getting caught at one of these two. What if we were to cheese it? What if we were to make it a section can weight the Y position more? So if checkpoint spamming might work, although we've got to consider what might happen if the car is over in this corner. Then even doing it the right way, it's still going to think that the road above it is closer. So maybe the best option, regardless of whether it's... Like, regardless of whether I should fix the distance detection here, maybe we need to weight the Y position a lot more. I think we need to weight the Y position. Okay. I think what might work is if you make sure checkpoints are above are directly over the checkpoints below. I still think that'll fall apart over here, where the road is really wide on the bottom. Would it? If that checkpoint was directly over that one... No, maybe that will work. This feels very cheaty. I want to log whether I'm going forward on untouched road a lot easier. Currently there's a lot going on in that text. Just give me this piece. Ashton, what you said there might just save me actually fixing the code, which is very good. I don't want to jump in there and do it properly. Okay, no, it's logging false. It still got caught. It still got caught. It got caught around here. Okay, let's fix the rest of these. Let's make sure they're directly over. So that one has to be directly over that one. We can probably just move that there. Okay, here, yeah, we do have to weight the Y position more. Because in situations like this corner here, yeah, is to average the backwards boolean over time. Yes. That would also work. Yeah, so it's not like you are going backwards, you're not going back. It's like it treats the direction tracker more as a confidence. It's like if it's 1 or 2 frames, then it's like, no, we're not confident at all. Sometimes we're on vaporwave. Yeah, maybe. We did have that problem for a while, but I did checkpoint spam that one. This one, unfortunately, I think we have to do the height check. Well, not check, the height weight. Alright, let's just do that. It shouldn't be too bad. Update is moving forward. We need to get... I'm looking for it. Here's the code. Get T direction tracker. There's a direction tracker. No, this is the code. Oh, that is gross. This method is 100 lines long. Who the fuck wrote that? 20 months ago. Almost 2 years. Okay. I don't want to do this. Not yet. I think I need to take a break and have some food, chat. Only 100? 100 is not acceptable. 100 lines for a method is not good. I aim to have my functions like maybe 15, 20. This is the kind of technical code I like, right? No. The problem with this, right, is when someone comes to maintain it, because it's all just one big chunk, it's so hard to figure out what is what. Like, I'll put comments in there, but really, it would be easier if it was a bunch of methods. That's right, I did a whole video explaining. Maybe I'll have to go watch my devlog explaining the overview of this system. Your files. Okay, file sizes are not so bad, right? You can have a big file. Ideally not, but you can. It becomes a problem when a single method, I reckon, is too big. Like, the score control is 300, but it's all split up into little bite-sized chunks. 40 small methods. Well, yeah, that's why it's got to be it's a balance, you know? A method of maybe 10, 20 lines is good, because then you've got a few small methods to jump around. Well, you could also make the argument that small methods will still be better, because you don't... If you've named your methods well, then you don't need to look at most of them. You look at the method you're doing, and you can see, alright, this chunk does this, line does this. You know, if it's a good title, you can see exactly what it does. Do I have an example here? Probably not. Yeah, okay. This is a terrible example because it's so small, but like, is drifting, I can see exactly what that's going to return. That's going to tell me if the car is drifting. I don't actually need to jump into the code to figure it out. I can just read the method name. When debugging, you need to look at them though. Yes, but you can debug method by method. I like smaller methods. When I say small methods, like 10 to 20 lines. A lot of the code in Drifto is quite poor. It doesn't follow that. Like the method we wrote today, 45 to 75, that's 30. It's not a nice method, but it doesn't matter because we're not going to look at it. Chat, I don't want to bring that up. Chat, I'm going to go. This is stunning. We got more done than I expected, but we've found a bigger problem than I thought we would. I'll go away, I'll have a think about it. I'll take a break, I'll get some fresh air. There's some sun now. Where because I'm living in New Zealand, Southern Hemisphere, it's coming into summer now. And particularly in the town I'm living in, it's quite cold and wet. So now getting sun, it's beautiful. Life feels sunny when there's sun. Yay, complete progress right. Complete progress rewrite. Oh. No, I'm not rewriting the whole system. I'm gonna go think about it. I don't think the beta is gonna come out today because I really need to fix this issue. Oh, we got close. I'll give it another crack. Chat. Smell you later. Stay safe. Drink some water. If it's late, go to bed because we're all in different time zones.